Okay, we're just going to look at sketching a parabola by first completing the table and then plotting the points. So here's our table of values from -3 up to 3. So if we look at the first value, that would be a 3. -3, sorry. So if you get the -3, it's actually sometimes easier just to put the other end and put the 3 in. These two actually end up being exactly the same. But the thing is, it's much easier to sub x equals 3 into your equation. So here's your equation, y equals x squared. So where the x is, you just put a 3. 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. Now, a parabola is actually symmetric, so this side here should turn out to be exactly the same. So we're going to put that in straight away just so that I can show you. So if you put -3 in there, you go y equals -3 and then square it. Now, notice a couple of things here. Notice that I have put brackets around the -3. That's quite important. -3 is on the inside. But what's even more important is what's on the outside. That's the square. So you need to put it on the outside of the bracket because then your calculator will be able to do it. But it means -3 times -3, which is +9. And it's no surprise it is exactly the same as what's on the other side. So if you take the 2 and you put in x equals 2, it'll be 2 squared, which is 2 times 2. So you end up with 4. This one here should be exactly the same because parabolas, they're the same on both sides. There's one side there and then you have the other side here. Okay, so if you put in, so you would have got 4 there, but let's just put y equals -2 squared. -2 squared is -2 times -2. Minus times a minus is a plus, so that's why you get 4. Okay, so let's look at the number 1. So if you put in x equals 1, y equals 1 squared. 1 times 1 is 1. And put in -1, I reckon you'll get the same thing. Put a bracket in, -1 squared. -1 times -1 is 1. And then finally, if you put the 0 in, y equals 0 squared. 0 times 0 is just 0. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take these table of values and put them onto a number plane. Okay, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, -1, and that'll be a 0, -1, -2, and -3. Okay, so the first number here that we have on either side is 3, 9. So you go across to 3, then you have to go up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not very big up. So 9 would be about there. So you go across 3, up 9. Then you go to the second one, which is 2, 4. So you go across 2 and up 1, 2, 3, 4. Across 2, up 4. And then the next one is 1, 1. Cross 1, up 1. Then 0, 0. That's that one. Now you could find the other ones, but they're going to be very symmetric. So they're going to be straight across. If you went from there to there, there to there, and there to there, you get the identical thing. See, so it's 1, -1, 1, -2, 4. So across to -2, up to 4, and -3, 9. And what you might notice is it forms the same shape of a parabola, which is just y equals x squared. Okay. Alright, so first of all, y equals x squared. So I'm just going to put the 3 in at that end first because I just find it easier to calculate with negatives. So if you take that in and you put it into here, you don't need brackets for positive, but if you're unsure, you just put it in anyway. 3 squared is 9, -2 will just give you 7. Okay, then we're going to do the next one. So when you look at the next one, it is just 2. So you're going to put 2 in. Okay, so you go y equals 2 squared minus 2. That'll be 4 minus 2, which is 2. So that's going in. So you're just putting that where the x is. Then you're squaring it, because that's what the rule says, and minusing 2. So you square it, then take away 2 each time. Okay, so the next thing we're going to put in would be a 1. So we're going to put the 1 in. Okay, so let's go for that. So let's put in x equals 1. So we get y equals, the rule says 1 squared minus 2. 1 squared is 1 minus 2 is minus 1. And then the 0, y equals 0 squared minus 2. 0 squared is 0 minus 2. So you end up with minus 2 there. Now really the other side will be exactly the same, or symmetric, but I'd still like us just to check it off. Okay, so the first one's minus 1. So it's going to be in brackets with the square on the outside, minus 1 squared minus 2, because that's what the rule says, x squared minus 2. Put that in and you should get minus 1. Okay, then we're going to put in x equals minus 2. Y equals minus 2 squared minus 2, which is 4 minus 2, which is 2. And then x equals minus 3, so y equals minus 3 squared minus 2, which is minus 2, which is 7. Okay, so now we're just going to plot the points. So you got 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what does it go up to? The highest number is 7. So I might as well go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's minus 1, minus 2. Okay, so let's just plot the points. So the first one here is across minus 3, and then you have to go up to 7. Then the next one, minus 2, so you go across to minus 2, and then we're going up to 2. And then minus 1, 1, so across to minus 1, and then up to 1. And now when I do the other side, it's going to be symmetric. So we're going to go across to 1, and then we're going to go up 1. That'll be, sorry a minute. It's actually minus 1, minus 1. So I've actually made a mistake on that part. Let's just do that one again. Okay, so we're going to cross to minus 1 and down to minus 1. And then I forgot the 0, minus 2. 0, cross 0, down to minus 2. And then this one, across to 1, down to minus 1. That's there. And then we go across to 2 and up to 2, because it's 2, 2. Then across to 3 and up to 7. Then if you join this up, I'm just going to use a red pen, I think. So I'm going to go from there, you just join the dots to there, to there, to there, to there. And what you might notice about this parabola, y equals x squared minus 2, is just following the rule of what it is. So it's a happy parabola, and then it's down until you get down to minus 2. Okay, and it cuts the y-axis, which we call the y-intercept, at minus 2.